Alright, so despite what might sound like a hurricane going on in the background, I've never seen anything like this before in Arizona. This shit is just crazy. I finally got this in the mail. It's something that I got from that app I like to use a lot called Hop Up, where people sell their airsoft guns. This is a gun I didn't really like, but I've gotten my hands on one lately and I've seen how they shoot and how they feel. And I've seen one from a company that I really like, which you guys will probably guess. And I seen it was upgraded, but it needed a part. It needed the trigger bar. A trigger bar is really easy to get for these. The guy said they were like $20, so I decided to get it anyway because the value of what it is about like $300, but I got it for 150 bucks. So I think it's a good price. Now let's get it open. I've been waiting for this for newspaper. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, obviously it's a MMP, but let's get the other half of it out. Shit, stuff is flying around outside. This is one messy unboxing, goddamn. Okay, there's the other part. Oh, that's the magazine. Hold up. Okay, the mag. And then in here is the part that makes this so valuable. Alright, so what this is, of course, is a Tokyo Marui MMP9. And now the reason I got an MMP9 is because Agent Force Thunder has a MMP9 by VFC, so I got to shoot it a little bit. And when I seen one on Hop Up for a really cheap price, I decided to check it out, saw that it just needed a trigger bar, and then I saw the description said metal slide, so I decided to ask, what kind of slide is that? And the guy told me that it's a Nova MMP9 10.8 slide. Wow, this is one cool ass slide. Look at this thing. A little dirty, of course, and used. And this is tape. I'll just take that off in a minute. But like, wow, look at this. Full metal slide for a Tokyo Marui. That's badass. So this is a really expensive slide, and it comes with the full metal barrel. Oh, there's the guide rod. Full metal barrel for the MMP. Nice. Alright, I think I'm going to put this together. Alright, so I got the tape off. Now everything looks much cooler. Now let's put together the full metal Tokyo Marui MMP9, which I'm going to start referring to as the 10.8 because of the awesome slide it's got. Sweet. It appears that the barrel is not threaded, which is kind of a letdown. But the rest of the gun obviously looks pretty cool. And I'm seeing now with my own eyes that the rear sights, I don't know what's going on there, what he did. Guess I gotta paint over that. It looks retarded. Whatever that is. Oh, no wonder. I should have. Oh shit. Oh, I messed up now. Should have had that down in the first one. Alright, here we go. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah. That's a CNC slide for you, full aluminum. Has a bit of wobble to it, but you know what? I like Tokyo Marui for their characteristics, so I mean, just look at this gun. That is awesome. Definitely gonna need more magazines for it. And yeah, see, the trigger's not working because it needs a trigger bar. So I have the parts for the VFC, which I don't think are compatible. But you know what? I am not displeased despite this weird marking on the site. But that is the M&P 10.8. The slide feels really nice. I like that. Sounds good too. Stay tuned. What's going on, Airsofters? Coming to you from the very ridiculously, stupidly hot Arizona. This is just a follow-up to the unboxing part. I was going to wait till I got the parts to actually shoot this gun to make an actual unboxing with the shooting like I always do. I feel that when you buy broken guns, people tend to dislike those kind of videos, but I'm going to make this kind of a multiple series part because I've decided to really customize this gun to its full potential. So I have a couple of plans. Obviously, I've already found the trigger bar. It is a Teflon coated trigger bar. I forget the brand, but the parts for this gun, I found them on Boom Arms, and I found a really sexy SAI International trigger. And like I always say, the reason I didn't like the M&P in the first place is because of this ridiculous trigger design. When I first seen that, and when I had a Sigma S&W 40 airsoft gun, it had one of these triggers, and it broke. So I was like, man, I really hate the M&P trigger, you know, like, why would they do this? I can't believe you've done this. This trigger design is just so odd and stupid. So when I do buy the parts, you know, I'm gonna buy the trigger bar and the trigger and a threaded outer barrel with, you know, a thread protector, so it's more tactical looking, and then more magazines. And obviously I got my Surefire on there and it looks awesome. It looks very sick. But this is just a follow-up to the unboxing. You can see the slide is a lot cleaner looking now. And I'm just going to briefly touch up on a few more details about the gun. As you can see here in the front sight, I added this little tiny clear insert that came with VFC M&P. And since this had nothing in there, I glued it in there so that the sight picture is a lot better now. As you can see, I removed the paint that was on the rear sight. So let's see if I can get this to focus on the front sight. Yeah. Okay, that is really difficult, but the sight picture is a lot better now. I definitely like this more than just plain red in the front. I think that the clear is a lot cooler looking because light will shine through it very nicely. So, the gun has a really bad fitment with the outer barrel. The outer barrel is the worst fitment I've ever seen, ever. It's so fucking noisy. Like, holy crap. This barrel is so noisy. The slide ain't that bad, honestly. And, yeah, everything on it, you know, works besides, of course, the trigger bar, so I need to get that right away. And then you will see a lot of shooting. I'm trying to decide if this will be my new primary because I'm just fucking loving this gun. It is so nice. I mean, I never ever thought I'd get anything Nova-wise, and to get the Nova slide on a Tokyo Marui is just such a good feeling. It is such a good looking feeling gun, and it's just awesome. I love it. I didn't even like M&Ps, and I really didn't like the VFC. The VFC was very cheap. A lot of broken parts on that gun. But this one just feels better because the backstrap is much more rubberized. So when I come out with a review, I will be comparing it a lot with the VFC model. Also, I think that the spring is kind of weak. Not that weak, you know, it's obviously like, you know, what you would get stock. So I'm thinking about upgrading it to a much stronger spring. The Tokyo Marui M&P 9. You know, of course, the full trademarks. So I'm very, very much liking this pistol a lot. I definitely recommend upgrading Tokyo Maruis to their full potential. I feel that Tokyo Marui is the best airsoft company in the world. And if you were to want to pick a specific model pistol and then make it the best you could, I recommend Tokyo Marui as the base because the part and the availability of the parts is much more substantial than WeTech or other random brands that just honestly suck. I mean, they just break and fall apart. This one does have a broken trigger bar, but I really don't know how the fuck that happened. I have noticed that the previous owner has broken or somehow removed the safeties, which I'm cool with. I would have done the same thing. And the frame is kind of glossy looking. I like it though a lot. I think it's much better than the VFC. And the upper section of the trigger is actually aluminum, while the bottom part is polymer, while other ones I've seen are mostly full polymer. And then the trigger pull is atrociously bad. It's very squishy, so I'm hoping that the SAI International trigger will feel a lot better than that. So that was really my only gripe with the MMP, is the trigger. Otherwise, it's basically like a competition for the Glock, you know? It's like either this or the Glock, you know, they're in the same tier, I would say. Same tier. Oh, this looks like crap. Jeez, that's been there the whole video? Anyway, I'm just trying to say that I very much like this gun. I wanted to get out a video of it as soon as possible so you guys can see just how gorgeous this thing is. It is such a gorgeous gun. Like, god damn. This is definitely my new favorite, of course. I mean, I have the Surefire on there. What does that tell you? It tells you that I'm loving it and I'm using it a lot. So this is probably my new primary to replace the CZ, my Shadow. I really like my Shadow a lot, but I feel that this gun, you know, the trademarks are clearer. It's CNC milled, so the trademarks and all the little cuts are much sharper and clearer than every other gas blowback slide I've ever seen. I will say that this is the coolest, the nicest looking slide I've ever seen in real life from an airsoft gun. The trademarks are just so clear and concise. Like it's so nice looking, you know, because this is CNC milled, so when you see laser cut trades, they're really blurry looking. So we'll definitely go into more detail about that. Like I said in the beginning of the video, Teflon coated trigger bar, SAI International trigger, threaded barrel are all coming to this gun in the future, and I will definitely take this to milsims. I hope you enjoyed this brief unboxing of the MMP9 with the Nova 10.8 slide on the Tokyo Marui. Definitely now a fan of MMPs, and I used to not like them in the past. I do that a lot, where I used to hate M9s, I used to hate MMPs, and you know, now I got them both. So you guys will see more of this gun coming soon. Stay tuned.